Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the BitcoinMeister, the DisruptMeister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below. I'm posting new videos here every day. Check them out, check out the old ones in the archives. Vention MGTOW, I want to thank you personally for sending me Bitcoin, a very generous amount. It is helping me on this trip, and I will now say that if all goes well, next weekend or next Friday and Thursday, I will be in Maputo, Mozambique, and I will be involved in some Bitcoin discussions. So Vention, what you sent me will help pay for some of the associated cost, including the insane price I have to pay for a visa into Mozambique. Anyway, Vention, you're a very generous guy. You're helping a lot of guys over on your channel, your MGTOW channel. I will link to Vention's channel so all of you check out his channel. Most of you are guys who watch my videos, so you'll like Vention's also. Thank you also to the person who sent me like 0.000069 satoshis. So look, that's the new number someone's playing with. We had 666, now we have 69, we had 15. So keep on doing it. Keep on sending me these jokes. They are pretty funny, and maybe it'll be 69. I don't know what's next. So Donald Trump appears that he's going to be the next president of the United States if all goes according to plan. He is the president-elect, and there was some crazy market volatility in all the markets. Bitcoin was up to like 735, close to 740, but things calmed down in the regular markets and in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now around 721, which is good. People are getting used to the fact that he's going to be president. I'd say there's going to be some more panic, but maybe people are realizing, hey, this is the best thing for the financial markets. Now, the rigged financial markets, the stock markets, the insiders, yeah, they're disappointed, but I guess these are money men, so they didn't get their woman in there, but they're gonna deal with it, and we'll see what happens here. I'm just happy that I wanted to just say down with communism. Down with communism. I'm not a fan of Trump or Clinton, but today people who support communism and statism aren't happy at all, because Donald Trump is now going to be president, and say what you will about him, he's not a communist. The government workers now outnumber manufacturing workers by 9.97 million. I'll link to that story. So that's like that's a socialist horrible thing. So maybe Donald Trump will fire some of those people, those government workers. And in fact, that would be great for Bitcoin, because our taxes would go down. We could spend our money on real things like Bitcoin. I wanted to point everyone to the CoinMarketCap.com 3-month Bitcoin dominance chart that shows the total market cap that Bitcoin takes of all the cryptocurrencies. And some people were kind of talking the last, I don't know, it was a few weeks ago, a few months ago, were telling me how the altcoins, why Bitcoin has dipped below 80% dominance. Well, now Bitcoin's dominance is going back up again. I will link to that 3-month chart. Maybe we'll all start talking about it again. Does it really mean much? Who knows what it means? But for me, it means that Bitcoin is the one. Bitcoin will always be the mega superpower, and it's still remaining that way. I mean, I don't see signs of weakness in another challenger. Okay, and again, with Donald Trump, maybe now that these crony capitalist insiders don't have their woman in there, that the markets will become more free market and there will be less regulation, and some of that Wall Street money people will open their minds and get interested in Bitcoin. Again, I see this. I said before that if Trump wins, it will be good for Bitcoin, better than if she won, if Clinton won. Although in the long run, Bitcoin's going to do fine no matter who's the president. Everything's hilarious on social media, the mainstream media. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I think that's the best part of all this for me, because I'm my own leader. I don't. If Trump's in charge, if Hillary's in charge, I determine my life. Okay, you determine your life. Don't be a worshiper of these false idols. They're both false idols. Anyway, it is funny. The mainstream media is falling apart, and YouTube has its issues, but there's some good stuff out there. There is some informative stuff out there, and I'm glad to be part of a group of people just trying to give informative information. And I'm definitely not a Democrat or Republican type of person. I don't like statism at all. So communism definitely lost in this election, thankfully, because communism is horrible. But statism is still something that is very much ingrained in Americans. You cannot doubt that. All right, I wanted to mention blockchainsummerschool.com. That event is coming up on the 22nd to the 25th of November in Harare, where I am currently. Again, I'm going to leave Harare for a little bit and then come back. But I wanted to remind everyone to check out that URL. I'll link to it. And if you're in Africa, come to the event. It's going to be great to have a big Bitcoin talk in this city. I was talking to a guy named Aaron about Bitcoin. He hadn't heard about it. I was asking him about the presidential election. I got that part on tape. So that will follow this. Aaron on the streets of Harare talking about the presidential election from a Zimbabwe point of view. Again, I don't worship these presidential people, but this is a huge topic of conversation all around the world, even here in Harare. I thought it would be interesting for all of you to see the streets of Harare and a real person, a smart guy, someone who I've now introduced Bitcoin to, and who knows what will happen. Take care. November the 9th, 2016, the day after the election. This is Aaron, who is just a great man I've met here in Harare, and was the first person I met here in Harare. And he loves this country, and I am beginning to really appreciate the people of this country and see what's going on. So I want to hear, what do you think about Trump? What's going on? You seem to be excited.
Firstly, I would say Trump coming into the scene of politics, especially with the Mexican wall and all that, went with it, that the Mexicans will have to fund the putting off the wall. We thought, he was crazy and he's a loose cannon and he was a big liability to the Republicans, but politics, it's unpredictable. Especially, I may say, the Americans. You never know what's coming next. And as a Zimbabwean, Trump coming into being the next president, I don't know what, 43rd or 44th, I forgot.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll be looking with a pinch of salt, because we don't know his foreign policies. Unlike Hillary Clinton,
Yeah.
We almost knew her mind, and coming into being the first president of the American state, you almost knew like it was a transition from Obama's policies. But Trump is just coming to reorganize and rejuvenate the whole concept of politics, Afro-American or just in the Americas.
So do you think any differently of Americans today, or is it just, it's the same as they were yesterday, or has your opinion changed in a way?
I think now they'll be more conscious of their foreign policies in terms of terrorism and Trump's stance on immigrants. And for us Zimbabweans, it's gonna be tougher to get to the States, I'm sure. Whether looking for employment or education, because he's a hard man.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that he's a
Now, there's some of the more liberal Americans are saying that they are ashamed today to be Americans. Should they be ashamed to be Americans today? Or, I mean,
it should. I'm sure it's relative. It depends which side of the coin you're looking at.
Yeah.
You can be ashamed maybe because of, maybe when looking in terms of moral, not that Trump is any bad, but I'm saying in terms of the two candidates, we can't really say they were the best candidates to be fielded by both the Democrats and the Republicans. So maybe they're saying of the two bad apples, which one was the better?
I think that was definitely part of it. Well, Aaron, thank you for speaking to me today and introducing me to Zimbabwe. I'm about to go run the streets of Harare. I'm very excited. So take care, everyone.